Hi, I'm Shayla with Revolting Science Resources, a company designed to bring the principles of project management to academic scientists. Today's video is part of a series related to one of my products, the RSR Lab Notion Template. This template is designed for PIs and lab managers to help organize and streamline all the different components that go into managing a lab. And the best part is that all this information gets to stay in one place. If you'd like to learn more about this template, I'll put a link in the description box below and that will take you to a page of my website where you can get more information. The RSR Lab Notion template has many different project management principles that I wove into the design of the template, and this video is going to walk through one of them. So, with that, let's get started.
Before we begin walking through the research section of your RSR Lab Notion template, I want to describe a few key principles embedded into the framework of this template. These principles can have an incredibly powerful impact on the operation of your lab. First, let's talk about the different phases of a project. If you go to the Lab Projects page on your RSR Lab Notion template, you will see that each project card also describes the phase that the project is in. Let's walk through each of these phases and their uses. Backlog Phase. This phase includes project ideas that do not currently have a responsible lab member, lack funding, or are too much for one person to handle currently. These ideas might be undertaken in the future, so information or thoughts about them can be included on the project card itself, and the project phase can be set to backlogged. Starting Phase. This phase is for projects that have a concrete idea and are ready to be implemented by a specific lab member. As a PI in the lab, it is your responsibility to identify lab members to be responsible for this project, akin to a first author on a paper. Have a conversation with them about the project, gauge their interest, and assign them as the responsible lab member for the project if they seem interested. Planning Phase. Once a responsible lab member has been assigned and they have agreed to take on the project, move it to the planning phase. The responsible lab member will fill out the project plan and prepare for the kickoff meeting. After formal approval by the PI, the project moves into the doing and checking phase. Doing and checking phase. This phase involves sprints following the Scrum for Scientists framework. Select items to complete in sprints, do weekly updates, and conclude sprints with a review. Add any major changes to the project scope, timeline, or resources to the change request board, and continue this process until all major milestones and aims are complete. Ending Phase. When all major aims are complete, move to the ending phase. This is when you would be writing or finishing up a manuscript, working on figures, and submitting the paper to a journal. After the paper is accepted and published, you move to the archiving phase. Archive Phase. This phase involves ensuring all information and documentation are stored properly, the publishing database is updated, and then you can celebrate with an archive party as the project is moved to the archived phase. Terminated Phase. This phase is for projects that were started but abandoned for reasons such as negative data or lack of funding. Include in the page some information about why this project was terminated for future reference. These are all of the different phases of a project. In the next video, we'll walk through project plans and the project plan document included in your RSR Lab Notion template.
So, that's it for this video, sharing more about the project management principles that I've integrated into the RSR Lab Notion template. If you want to learn more about this template or other resources I would recommend, just check the links in the description box below. I'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. How do you imagine using this project management principle in your academic research? If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.